Selling slack, selling slack. Selling slack, selling slack. Selling slack, selling Sacramento. Buying the block back. Selling slack, selling slack. Selling slack, selling slack. Selling slack, selling Sacramento. Buying the block back. Selling slack, selling slack. Selling slack, selling slack. Selling slack, selling Sacramento. Buying the block back. Selling slack, selling slack. Selling slack, selling slack. Selling slack, selling Sacramento. Buying the block back.
Agent Key, yeah.
Selling Sacramento.
She's
selling Sacramento.
Agent Key,
She's selling Sacramento.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
Agent Key, yeah.
Selling Sacramento.
She's
selling Sacramento.
Agent Key,
Selling Sacramento.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. 10. 5. There you go.
Hey everyone, it is Wednesday and we are selling Sacramento on 97.5 FM KDEE. Just a reminder that Selling Sacramento is brought to you by Matthews and Company Realty Group, where I, Agent Key, am broker and owner with almost 20 years in the industry. I love helping you buy, sell, and retain real estate. So if you have a home to sell or if you're ready to have the conversation about home ownership and you'd like to map out a plan towards home ownership, visit agentkey.com, agentkee.com, and schedule your free consultation. We are live right now on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Just search Selling Sacramento Agent Key on your favorite platform and join the conversation. I would love to hear from you. And so I want to immediately read an article to you from U.S. World News Today before we jump into the show because it has relevance to our show today. 5 personal finance questions to ask yourself now. The journey towards financial security is one that, for many, includes lots of ups and downs along the way. One way to ensure you're making progress towards your long-term goals is by doing a periodic check-in with yourself. Don't be an ostrich when it comes to your financial situation, says Terry Savage, who is a nationally syndicated personal finance columnist in Chicago and author of a book called The Savage Truth on Money. So Terry goes on to say, just because you don't look doesn't mean others aren't watching. Let me rephrase that to emphasize what his intent is there. Just because you don't look, it doesn't mean that others aren't watching. The credit bureaus, for example, keep track of your every payment and highlight the late payments. Asking yourself the following questions can provide a gut check to let you know how you're doing financially and potentially reveal areas in which you might be able to make changes to get on sound footing. The number one question to ask yourself is, do I have an adequate emergency fund? Now, we've heard this time and time again. There is no better time than the present right now to be taking a real look at your finances, in particular, your spending habits. The economy today is something we've never seen before. We don't know what's coming down the line as it pertains to politics, as it pertains to other countries and the moves and things that they're making, and how all of those variables may impact our local economy and our state economy. The second question to ask yourself is, what is my net worth? You can calculate this on your own by subtracting the total amount of your debt, your mortgage, your car's all outstanding bills, from the total amount that you bring in, your bank assets, your investment balances, the equity in your home, etc. More important than the number itself is that it's moving in the right direction. And once you know your worth, you can continue to track it to make sure that as the months or the years go by, you are increasing your net worth, not decreasing it. Why is that important? We don't think about net worth the way that we should, because when we hear the word net worth, we often relate it to millionaires, billionaires, celebrities, those types of individuals. But we should be looking at what is our own net worth. I shared with you that I'm taking this business finance course at City College, and one of the activities was to calculate our net worth. When I saw what my net worth was, as I wrote down my actual expenses and actual income and actual assets and did all of the calculations, I am not where I want to be. It made me take a real look. And once you get a real look, now that you see it, you can't unsee it, and you are forced to do something about it. Another question is, does my spending reflect my priorities? I've shared with you how to look at your past statements month over month to track your spending habits that way. Some of you are really good at keeping your receipts. You buy something, you take a receipt, throw it in a bowl or somewhere, you empty your pockets and there are all of your receipts, and you can track your spending habits. Look at what you're spending money on. Where your largest expenses are, those are your priorities. That's where your heart is. And priorities are different financially for everyone. So as the article says, some, for example, may want to make sure that they're purchasing only eco-friendly items, while others might believe that spending on experiences rather than things should be the goal. And so this question will help you determine if the areas in your spending, if there are areas in your spending that you can cut back on. Let me get through this article because this article is not the show. I just wanted to share it with you. Number 4, have I purchased appropriate insurance? And then number 5, do I have a financial planner or a financial blueprint for my life? I think when I read this article, I think these 5 questions are questions that we all need to take a real look at. We need to get real about our financial snapshots and how we're spending money, what we're bringing in, because if the Lord says the same, every day you wake up, you're getting closer and closer to a retirement age, and you are no longer going to be able to produce an income, and you need an income being produced for you, or you're going to be forced to live off of what the government hands you, or even worse, you're going to be forced to have someone to take care of you. And prayerfully, that person is willing to do it and will be taking care of you in a kind and gentle manner. So, with that being said, I want to introduce you to our segment today as part of our special series this month, and even we started in August, called Build, Grow, Thrive. I wanted to bring you financial empowerment information every Wednesday. This is our last Wednesday of this segment, although we are going to continue building, growing, and thriving on this show. So whether you're looking to rebuild, restore, or reinforce your financial foundation, these segments were designed for you. If you've been tuning in all month, we did the first week, Strategies to Prevent Foreclosure. The second week, we did From Broke to Balance, the complete beginner's guide to budgeting. The third week was Bouncing Back from Bad Credit, transforming from blah to bravo. And today we are dealing with empowering your pocket, empowering your pocket, the art of smart money management. And our aim today is to guide you on the journey of financial growth and security. If your financial house needs some renovation, this is the toolkit that you've been waiting for. So let's get started. We're going to talk about something super important that we've talked about this month, and I'm going to reiterate it again: creating a budget. I know the word budget makes you cringe, makes your eyes glaze over, but it's not as difficult as it seems. And it's a life changer. And I'm going to tell you again the steps to doing it. You've got to take the time to detail your expenses. That's number one. Grab yourself a cup of coffee or your favorite beverage, sit down and make a list of absolutely everything you spend money on in a month. Yep, your rent, mortgage, utilities, groceries, and even those spontaneous ice cream trips like the one I made yesterday to the yogurt shop, and it cost me $3, and online shopping sprees. It's all about getting a clear picture of where your money is going. No judgment, just know. Number two is income tracking. Set up income tracking. This is about ensuring what's coming in and covering what's going out. This is the end of the month, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't do well this month, you get another month to do it all over again in just a few days. October will be here, and you get a chance to do it all over again. If you're earning more than you're spending, that is fantastic. And if you're not, don't worry, you're not alone. Just identifying that there is a problem is half the battle. And again, be gracious to yourself. Be merciful. Every day you wake up, you get an opportunity to start again. And step three is to adjust your spending. If you find that our expenses are galloping ahead of your income, it's time to reel it in. Scrutinize your expenses and see where you can make adjustments. Stop going out with your friends when they say, "Girl, let's go." When the guys talk about, "Hey, we're about to do a fellas night," say, "Peace, deuces, bye." The best way to be able to combat that is to have taken a look at your expenses, making a goal and knowing where you're headed. It's easier to say no to things right now when you know what you're looking for and you're looking towards in the future. Small changes can make a big difference. It can help you avoid debt and to build a secure financial future, right? And then there's that emergency fund. We talked about that. And again, have grace and mercy on yourself. The stats say that you should set up at least a 6-month emergency fund of all of your income, and that is just daunting for most people to even think about. But you can do 6 days. Make that a goal. How much money do you make in a week? Start your emergency fund off based on how much money you would make in 1 week, and make that your goal. Or $25. Some of us, we might have a challenge just saving $25. Start small so that you can feel that exhilarating feeling that you'll feel when you reach that goal, and then increase it, and then increase it, and then increase it. Cars break down, unexpected medical expenses pop up, and countless other unforeseen costs can suddenly emerge, leaving you in a financial lurch. And that is where an emergency fund swoops in to save the day. Now, you might be thinking how much to save. A good rule of thumb is to tuck away, like I said before, 3 to 6 months. And it's a tall order, but you don't have to do it all at once. Start small and watch your fund grow over time. And then next is where to keep this money. Where should you keep it? Look for an accessible, low-risk account like a savings account or a money market account. These types of accounts are ideal to keep your account separate from your regular accounts, but easily accessible if you need it when you may need it the most. And remember, it's not for the vacation or the shopping spree. It's your financial shield against unexpected storms. Then there's the peace of mind about building an emergency fund, right? It may take a little time and discipline, but it will bring you peace of mind that is priceless, knowing that you have that financial backup, right? So let's talk about these financial goals, setting financial goals. It's kind of exciting, but you might feel lost, taking unnecessary turns and using up a lot more gas than you need to. The same thing goes with managing our money. Without clear goals, it's easy to drift aimlessly, wondering where all of your money went. So we're going to define our financial objectives, short-term and long-term. Short-term could be anything from paying off a specific debt to saving up for a nice vacation or creating that emergency fund. Long-term goals think bigger, like buying a home, sending your kids to college, or building a comfortable nest egg for retirement. Creating a plan. So we're not just going to talk about it, we're going to be about it. We're going to create tangible, realistic plans to achieve these goals. So if your goal is to buy a home in the next 5 years, work backwards to figure out how much you need to save each month to make that dream a reality. If you're aiming for a comfortable retirement, consider your options like employer retirement plans or other investment vehicles that can help you reach your goals. You got to think long term. Think with the end in mind so that you can set specific goals and tasks right now. And remember, have regular check-ins. This isn't a set it and forget it kind of deal. Check in on your goals, assess them, assess your progress, and don't hesitate to make adjustments as life changes. I think I've shared with you that I actually have a thing in my notification, that's what I'm looking for, in my Google Calendar, a mid-year notification that tells me to literally assess my life. I assess my life in the middle of the year. It's in August, a notification that pops up on my calendar. And when I say assess my life, physical, mental, spiritual, social, emotional, financial, business. Am I on track? What am I doing? What adjustments do I need to make? Have I met my goals? What goals have I not met? Am I doing the things I'm supposed to be doing? Who's in my circle? Who needs to be out of my circle? Time to clean house, all of those things. So make the goals that you need to make so that you can be on track. We've said a lot in the first 15 minutes I've shared, laying the foundation by discussing creating a budget, building an emergency fund, and setting financial goals. This is only the beginning of our journey in the art of smart money management. So stick around. We're going to navigate the path to financial freedom. You are listening to 97.5 FM KDEE. I am Agent Key, and we will be right back.
Until a couple of years ago, I was very anti the idea of creating a budget because A, who has the time, and B, I know what I'm spending. But when I actually decided to sit down and evaluate my finances, I realized how inconsistent I was being with my spending, and by extension, my saving. Creating a budget is a great way to get a big picture snapshot of your finances, so you can save for big purchases, or just make better decisions about where your money goes. And with the slew of budgeting apps on the market now, it really isn't very hard to create a budget for yourself. Let's take a look at 6 of the best budgeting apps available right now. Hey y'all, I'm Nikita, and welcome back to NerdWallet. There are a few different budgeting strategies, so we've been sure to make sure the list covers a couple of the more popular ones. And apps aren't the only way to do a budget, obviously, but they can be more convenient and easier to set up than some more traditional methods. They also do a good job of giving you a clear snapshot of your finances. Typically, budgeting apps will sync with your financial accounts in order to categorize your expenses and track your spending. If you don't want that, I'm including a couple of apps that don't require you to sync your accounts. All the apps I'll mention are fan favorites on the iOS app and Google Play stores. As of July 28, 2022, each one had at least 4.5 out of 5 stars, with at least 1,000 reviews. First up on the list is Mint. I'm mentioning it first because it is the most reviewed app on the list and has very high ratings. It's free, which is always a plus, and syncs to a lot of different types of financial accounts. Mint will track your expenses and place them in budget categories, which you can personalize. You'll set limits for the different categories, and Mint will alert you once you are approaching those limits. Mint is a great budgeting platform if you're looking to save money, pay down debt, and track your goals. It handles essentially everything for you, making it a great low-maintenance budgeting app option. But if you're looking to be a little more hands-on with your money by planning ahead instead of tracking after spending, YNAB might be a bit more your speed. This app follows the zero-based budgeting system and helps you plan ahead for financial decisions by accounting for every dollar you earn. You will connect your financial accounts. When you get paid, you'll tell the app how to allocate funds, such as going to expenses, goals, or savings, which can help you be more intentional in your spending. This app is best if you want to play a more active role in the budgeting process. It is currently priced at $14.99 per month or $98.99 per year, but you can start with a free trial to make sure the app is a good fit for you before you commit to a paying plan. Our third budgeting app on the list, Good Budget, is another hands-on app that's less about tracking expenses and more about planning for them. It follows the envelope system, meaning
Hey everyone, we are back. Want to give a quick shout out to some of our viewers who are watching. Miss Chantel. Hey, hon, how are you? Miss Emma Ty. And hey, Miss Adele, how are you? So, Chantel, check your mail. All of my clients who are past clients of mine, check your mailboxes in a couple days. And there's going to be a little message in there from me. And then in about another week, there's going to be some more special news. So just a heads up to my past clients. But anyway, wanted to continue because, also, and that message is also to our SAC Club 100 buyers too. That same message is going out to all of them. Very exciting news coming up. Anyway, we are back. You're listening to 97.5 FM. I am Agent Key, bringing you back to our discussion on the art of smart money management. We're going to delve into paying off debt and using credit wisely. And the reason that I'm sharing this specific information with you is because we are at a season in our economy where we need to be keeping track of our finances. There is a lot happening in the economy that we are uncertain about. Our government officials, the individuals who are in leadership positions, they are fussing and fighting and arguing. We are very close to a government shutdown by Saturday if they don't get it together, and that's going to put a lot of people's jobs at risk. The fact that jobs and the livelihood and how we move forward are in the hands of just a few is very frightening, but there is something that we can do on our end. And so that's why we are having this program today. You can hold on to what you have very wisely. And I shouldn't say hold on to it. You can utilize it wisely. You can use it wisely if you know what you have, if you know what you need, and if you know where it's going. So I am here to help you with that. Let's have this discussion about paying off debt. The weight of high interest debt. One of my biggest pet peeves are those loans that target minority communities, and not even necessarily not just minority communities. The loans that I'm thinking about target people who don't know that there is another way, that they can take steps to avoid having to use this type of bad debt. And what am I talking about? The cash to payday loans, the car title loans, anything where the interest is 22% or 18%, things like that. And you got to pay it back in less than 30 days, or they turn this off, or they come. Y'all remember the furniture store? What was the furniture store? They come, you go and rent to own and rent a center. They come and take your. Those are predatory type loans, and they are still out there. And the sad part about it is that there is not a lot of policing that's happening over those loans, and so they are allowed to exist. So the only way around it is to equip and arm yourself with the knowledge that you need to do better. So high interest debts. High interest debt makes you feel like you are in a never ending uphill battle. The longer it takes to pay it off, the more you end up paying in interest. It's like throwing money into a bottomless pit, money that you could be using to achieve your financial goals. What else are there? If you prioritize those high interest debts, here's a game plan. Prioritize paying off those high interest debts. Focus on extra payments on high interest debts first. And you can save a significant amount of money in the long run and free up other money to contribute to savings or other financial goals. You got to target which ones they are, get them paid off, and do not go back. It's about being strategic and making your money work for you. Make your money work for you, not against you. We talked about the snowball or the avalanche method. And the snowball method is where you pay off the smallest debts first, just so you can gain momentum, so you get that excitement, the thrill of the hunt, and then you work upwards, paying off the next largest, and then the next largest, and the next largest. Where the avalanche method focuses on paying off the highest interest debts first. Both of those are great strategies. Either one, pick one, just pick one. The best one for you depends on what keeps you motivated and feeling positive about your progress. There's the freedom of feeling and being debt free. Just imagine the freedom and the immense relief of being debt free. Just stop for a minute. Just imagine and see yourself debt free. Just stop and feel. Think about what that would feel like. Y'all know you get what you think about, right? We really do get what we think about. If you think about being debt free, your mind will start going to work on ways to make that happen. It's like feeling unshackled. A heavy burden just gets lifted, and then you have the ability to move forward towards other dreams with confidence. So, while debt can be a challenging obstacle, if you are focused and determined, it is absolutely conquerable. And remember, every payment that you make, it's a step towards your financial freedom. Now we're going to talk about using credit wisely. As you are getting rid of this debt, you also want to make sure you don't get back into it. So those are habits. And I'm going to have a whole discussion on healing your habits and getting rid of bad habits. Not today, but it's coming, because you've got to change those habits if once you get out of debt, you want to stay out of debt. Now we're going to talk about that credit. Credit is a tool. When you use it correctly, it can be helpful. But when it's mismanaged, it can lead to stress and more debt. So let's talk about credit cards. They're a convenience for the most part, right? They're very convenient in and of themselves, how they're used. Swipe or tap, and it's a done deal. It's a wrap. Ooh, that should be a song. Swipe or tap, it's a done deal. It's a wrap. easy to fall into the trap of buy now, pay later. But that path can lead to high interest debt that accumulates really, really fast. So let me repeat that one more time. Use your credit cards as a convenience and not for carrying debt. If you have a credit card that has $1,000 on it, you should not be using any more than $300 on that card according to our formula of maintaining a proper credit card balance. 30%. Don't use any more, and 300 is below the 30%, but it keeps you, it ensures that you stay below that 30% point. Take that 300 and be strategic with it, how you use it. What are some purchases that you make on a regular basis, month after month? Gas and groceries. I'm just trying to simplify this for you. Pay for your groceries or your gas with the credit card and immediately pay it off that same month. This is a strategy towards building better credit. Don't use it to pay your groceries if you don't need to build your credit. Whatever method you are using to pay your groceries right now, continue to do that. Don't just start adding groceries to it. If you're trying to build credit and you want to start off with something small and you want to stay under the 30% mark on a $1,000 credit card, think about using it for something that you regularly buy on a monthly basis that you can immediately pay off the same month. One of the best habits that you can cultivate is paying the full balance of your credit card every month. Yes, every single penny. By doing this, you avoid interest charges and you can continue to enjoy the convenience and the perks of the card. Hello, reward points. Without the downsides of hefty interest charges and spiraling debt. So you just got to think differently about the card. You got to think differently about the process. We're often told to use credit cards. Oh no, we actually see people using and swiping and piling up the gifts and piling up the trips and piling up the stuff. We are pledging and vowing that we are not going to wear our wealth any longer. Am I saying don't buy nice things? No. I'm saying don't indulge. I'm saying don't obsess. I'm saying don't compete. Quit trying to keep up with the Joneses. The Joneses are in debt too. Be credit savvy. Keep a watchful eye on your credit score. A good credit score, we've talked about this before, it opens up doors to lower interest rates, better terms on mortgages, and more. Your credit score number reflects your reliability as a borrower, and keeping it in good shape is paramount. So think of credit as a trusty ally on our financial journey rather than a foe. Credit is a good thing. And if you use it right, you pay off your balances monthly, you will enjoy benefits without the baggage. Now we're going to talk a little bit about investing. I saw this article this morning. Do not take anything that I say, if I talk about a specific stock or a stock category, do not take it as advice. I hope I'm recording. So I am not an investment advisor. I'm trying to give you a window to see through when we think about what things should we invest in? How do I know what is the best investment road to go down? I often read that the best things to invest in are the things that you are already buying. Look at your own spending habits. Look around your home. What are the appliances, the name brands that you buy and spend the most on? Those would be good starting points when it comes to investing. I stopped and gave that little spiel beforehand because I read this article first thing this morning. I'm trying to remember where it was, but it had just hit the internet 43 minutes before I saw it. The Senate passed a bill on approving weed on a federal level, on approving banks and financial industries to be able to finance businesses that sell weed. The first thing that popped in my head was, thank God I did not sell my cannabis stock, because we've been waiting for years for this to hit on a federal level. For those of you who have cannabis stock, it still has to pass through the House, which might be an uphill battle, but it's on its way. So investing, it's like planting seeds today for a lush garden tomorrow. I've had my cannabis stock for probably 5 years before COVID, and it ain't done nothing but lost money and lost money and lost money. So it'll be nice to see it finally go up. Why should you invest? Investing is one of the most effective ways to grow your wealth over time. It's not stashing your money in a bank account only. It's about putting your money to work for you, making your money multiply by participating in the financial markets, real estate, or other investment opportunities. But here's the key: don't put all of your eggs in one basket. There's a big word that you've heard before called diversification, right? It's about diversifying, and it's a fundamental principle of investing. Spread your investments across different asset classes. Like I was talking about stocks, there are bonds, there's real estate, which means buying homes, buying property, commercial property. And each comes with its own risks and returns. But having a mix can help you balance out the risks while you still achieve growth. Make sure you get professional guidance. It can seem like it's vast and complex, but that's where financial advisors come into play. They are the professionals, they understand and they know. They're captains that help you navigate these investing waters. So consult a financial advisor and create an investment strategy that aligns with your goals and your risk tolerance. What do I mean by risk tolerance? If you're like me and you're in the 50 plus category, you don't have a lot of risk tolerance because you got more years behind you than you do in front of you. But if you're in your early 20s, you got a way more risk tolerance because you've got opportunities to lose and start over again a few times. So, and that risk tolerance can be different for every individual, even individuals that are in the 50 plus category. Some folks might think they have a little more risk tolerance. And when I say think, they know. So speaking to a financial planner can help you determine what your risk tolerance is and what vehicles you should be looking at. You want to also align your investments with goals and risk tolerance. You want to make sure that your goals align with your level of comfort. Create a portfolio that gives you the best chance to achieve your financial objectives without losing sleep over the ups and downs of the different markets. And finally, we want to talk about retirement planning. This is a phase of life that we all dream of reaching in comfort. Retirement, right? It's the golden era where we all hope to relax and enjoy life's pleasures and reflect on years of accomplishments and growth. But to ensure that it's really golden and truly golden, planning is crucial. You've got to start early. If you don't start early, it's not too late to start. But the key word is start. For my younger listeners, retirement might seem like it is ages away and you're not even thinking about it. But here's the scoop. The earlier you start planning for it, the more comfortable and secure your retirement years can be. It's about contributing regularly to retirement accounts like a 401k or an IRA. And if you don't know what those are, you should Google that. It's about leveraging compound interest and tax benefits. Oh, to be young again. If I were 21 and if I knew then what I know now. Fast forward to today, I would be a millionaire, double times over. The compound effect with interest is just a magical thing. So when you harness the power of compound interest, and that's where you earn interest, not just on the money you invest, but also on the interest that that money earns, it's a snowball effect. Your money just keeps growing and building in momentum over time. Plus, contributing to the retirement accounts offers you more potential tax benefits, which save you money while you secure your future. Next, you want to create a retirement strategy. So the approach to creating that retirement strategy, it's not a one size fits all. It's based on your lifestyle preferences and your financial responsibilities and the goals for your retirement years. So some of us may want to just go jump on a beach and live somewhere out of the range and view of anybody else. That may not take a lot if you just want to lay under a tree drinking coconut drinks day in and day out. But for others of us who want to travel and come home to a nice place and relax and still enjoy our family, that's going to require a different strategy. So get with that financial advisor. This is where professional advice is going to be a game changer for you. Making constant contributions is also key. Become disciplined in contributing to your retirement account so that you can accumulate a substantial nest egg over time. Again, if the Lord says the same, you're thinking, oh, I don't have time, it's too late. You have no idea the day the Lord is going to call you home. You could be another 20, 30, 40 years out. Some of us are living way longer than anybody ever thought we would. So don't count yourself out if you are a more seasoned person listening to me thinking that you're not going to be able to do it. Just start. As we discuss these steps towards building these blocks towards financially secure futures, we are going to gain an understanding, bolster our financial well-being. This topic, it's essential. It is essential. We're going to take a break. We've navigated through paying off debt, using credit wisely, investing, and retirement planning. And I'm hoping that you're feeling equipped with more insights to bolster your financial wellness. This is a quick 1 hour view of all of this information, but we're just getting our toes wet, right? I'm not going to leave you hanging. I'm going to offer you an opportunity to get in there hand over hand so that you can get it worked out. So the journey doesn't end here. Stay tuned for more valuable insights in the world of smart money management. You're listening to 97.5 FM KDEE. I am Agent Key, and we will be right back.
Budgeting app on the list, Good Budget, is another hands-on app that's less about tracking expenses and more about planning for them. It follows the envelope system, meaning you portion out your monthly income towards specific spending categories. Good Budget is also one of the 2 apps on the list that doesn't sync to your bank accounts. So you would manually add your account balances, cash amounts, debts, and income, and then assign funds to your envelopes. You'll need to be prepared to manually enter every expense, so diligence will be key to making the most out of this app. There is a free version that you can use to test out the app that offers limited envelopes and accounts, and then you can upgrade to the $8 monthly option if you decide it's a good fit for you. Or you could go with the $70 annual option. If you want to streamline some of your finances, Personal Capital might be a good choice. This free app is primarily an investment tool, but the app also has features that can help you track your spending. You can connect your financial accounts, including your IRAs, 401ks, and loans. You can customize the app to show you what percentage of your income is being spent on various customizable categories. It's not the best choice if you want a more detailed view of your spending and savings, but you will have access to a portfolio and net worth tracker, among other investment tools. And if you're investing with a partner, Honeydew is a great option for the 2 of you. This app is designed to allow you and your partner to see your financial picture in one app. So you can both sync your financial accounts, including your loans and investments. And don't worry, you can choose how much information you'd like to share with your significant other. The app is free and will automatically categorize your expenses. You and your partner can set up limits and customize the categories, and the app will alert you when either of you is approaching the limit. You can also set up bill reminders and chat in the app with your partner. And the last app I want to mention is Budget, partly just because it's fun to say, but mostly because it's a great choice if you want something simple, straightforward, and don't want to sync your financial accounts. With Budget, you will make lists of your expenses and income to track your money. There are no categories and you'll need to log every expense, but the calculator-like interface can give a clear snapshot of your money if you're consistent in logging in your expenses. The app is free with the option to purchase an upgrade for a one-time fee of $3.99. This gives you the ability to export your budget among some other upgraded features. Before we wrap up, I do want to add that the free NerdWallet app lets you track your cash, see your net worth and debt, and track your credit score. But we chose not to include ourselves in the list in order to be sure we gave you guys an unbiased view. I realized when I was choosing a budgeting platform for myself that being honest with yourself about your goals
Hello everyone, we're back. I don't know what I was trying to say. Welcome back. You're listening to 97.5 FM KDEE. I am Agent Key. We are resuming our expedition into the art of smart money management. We're going to explore the realms of educating yourself, review and adjust, work with professionals, and additional tips to enhance your financial narrative. And we are going to do this in under 10 minutes. You ready? You set? Here we go. You might ask, why the emphasis on continuously educating ourselves about personal finance and investment? Why do you keep bringing this up, Agent Key? Think about it. The world of finance and investment, it's dynamic and it's ever evolving. New investment opportunities pop up all over the place. Markets fluctuate like they're fluctuating right now, and personal financial planning strategies are necessary. You want to be ready so you don't have to get ready. Navigating these financial waters. Knowledge is your compass when you're trying to navigate these financial waters. There's nothing that you can't learn. By educating yourself, you enhance the ability to make informed decisions, assess risks more accurately, and adapt your financial strategies to meet your goals effectively. So it's about staying in tune with financial trends, understanding market dynamics, and being aware of the various investment vehicles that are out there and the tools that are at your disposal. It sounds like a lot, but it really isn't. Baby steps, one thing at a time. The first step is that budget. Start there. Know what you have coming in. Know what you have going out. And the good news is that we have a treasure trove of resources to enhance your financial knowledge, to help you enhance that. From online courses to podcasts, webinars, books, financial gurus, it is all at your fingertips, just waiting for you to click on it. Making informed decisions helps empower you. Ask the questions that you need to ask, evaluate financial opportunities more critically, and make decisions that resonate with your financial objectives and risk tolerance. When you're informed, you can do all of those things. It's about being proactive and confident and competent in managing and growing your wealth. Your financial literacy journey, or AKA your financial empowerment journey. Make it a lifelong commitment and a consistent part of your financial wellness journey. With every bit of knowledge that you gain, you add another layer of robustness to your financial planning that ensures that you're not just surviving, but you are thriving financially. Make sure that you tackle those tough questions and the elephant in the room. If you are the problem, deal with that, own it. I know for me personally, on my financial journey, as I'm trying to enhance my financial snapshot and get to that 800 credit score club, the 800 club, every single day I am having to assess my routine, my habits, and my attitude, not just towards money, but what's going on with me personally that causes me to spend money. If I am mentally imbalanced, what do I mean by that? Some of y'all already know where I'm going with this. You know, sometimes it's just that time, and I start getting these cravings for sugar and salt, and I am learning that I have to fight off the habit to give into that craving that often looks like me spending money. As I looked at my financial statements, I saw that I was making some trips to places to satisfy cravings. Now, for me, it's sweet and sour, but for somebody else, it might be another craving. It may not even be the monthly thing. You might have a gambling habit. Your financial statement might show you making one too many trips to Thunder Valley. For somebody else, you might be making one too many trips to the 7-Eleven, getting the cigarettes and the alcohol, and that stuff adds up. Our addictions are built into our habits, which then show up in our financial statements, right? So if you are willing to take a real hard look at you, you might very quickly turn your financial picture around. I'm trying to be real honest with myself. As Jay King says, I'm getting eyeball to eyeball with my mess. And it don't look good. But I'm going to be honest with myself about it because I don't want to continue down that path and act like it ain't there. Act like it's not. I'm not going to act like I'm not the problem when I know that I am. Ain't nobody spending my money but me. Now, for some of you listening, there are other people spending your money, but guess what? You're allowing it. You're allowing it. I didn't mean to go here. This ain't even in my notes, y'all. But it must have been meant for me to say because it came out. I didn't say it. I can't say it. I apologize if anyone's feelings were hurt. I apologize. I just am trying to be real with what's going on with me. And I can't change my circumstances if I don't address my stuff. We have some comments. Nikki said, well, she said WELLLLL, but I read it as well. Because, you know, thank you, Nikki. Thank you. Reviewing our financial goals and our budget. When you regularly review your financial goals and your budget, you ensure that your plans are still aligned with your current realities and your future aspirations. You have to. When you start with a budget on day one, you cannot let 24 hours go by without looking back at that budget and making sure that you have won the day. And then you get to the end of the week and you look at that budget and you make sure that you have won the week. And if you didn't win the week, you don't quit, you don't stop, you start over. Say, well, I didn't do well this week, but let's see what I can do tomorrow. You want to evaluate your investment portfolio. I've had to use my investment funds twice in the past 5 years, had to take it out and start it all over. Life happens. I'm not competing with anybody but myself. So I don't care how much you have in your investment portfolio. I don't care. What I mean by I don't care is that I'm not going to allow your race to dictate mine. And you shouldn't allow my race to dictate yours. We're all at different places, and God blesses people differently. I firmly believe that. If I'm doing the right thing with my resources, there's a day where it's just going to flow in abundance. And if it don't flow in abundance, He still got me. Here's the other thing, adapting to change. It's not just about making changes when things go left. You got to optimize, enhance, and evolve your financial strategies to navigate the financial landscapes as they change. Be proactive and stay informed and make timely, well-considered decisions. Don't delay. When you need to make a decision, you may miss out. Don't delay. You also want to stay aligned and what we will call agile. Keep your financial plans agile, relevant, robust. Make sure you're not just reacting to life's changes, but you're adeptly navigating them so that your financial wellness journey is positive and it's on an upward trajectory. Now we're going to talk about working with professionals with these last few minutes. This is where financial advisors, tax consultants, and other professionals come into play as your navigators. They guide you through the complexities and they help you make informed strategic decisions. This is their role. They bring to the table a wealth of expertise and insights that are tailored to your unique financial situations and goals. They work with you to craft a comprehensive financial plan, help you allocate your resources effectively, plan for your future, and optimize your investments. It's about making your money work optimally for you, aligned with your objectives, your risk tolerance, and your life's milestones. Tax consultants, in particular, they are your guide to optimization. I've said before that the tax code was built for the wealthy and for those in business. So if you want to make money, the tax code is for you. So you got to have the right tax consultant on your team. They have a deep understanding of tax laws and tax provisions, and they can help you navigate the world of taxes effectively. They will help make sure that you stay compliant, you minimize your tax liability, and help you take advantage of any tax saving opportunities that are available to you, especially when you get ready to make different moves in your life. When you make different financial moves in your life, especially big ones like buying a house or starting a business, this is where you want to have a tax advisor on your team. They're going to tell you and advise how to set up so that you can gain the most from the move that you're about to make. When you work with professionals, you leverage their specialized knowledge and their experience. Having that trusted partner to guide you and offering advice and strategies and these solutions that are tailored to your needs and your goals and your financial landscape. So think of working with financial professionals as a partnership. It's a collaboration for your financial wellness and growth. Now here, let's talk about a partnership that's changing lives right here in Sacramento. And this is a partnership for financial wellness, where Selling Sacramento collaborates with the incredible Sacramento Financial Empowerment Center, FEC. I talked to you about them before. They offer free professional one-on-one financial coaching. The FEC is dedicated to supporting our community members, everyone right here in Sacramento, in building long-term financial health. Whether you're looking to reduce debt, build savings, improve your credit, or connect with safe, affordable banking, the FEC is here for you. They offer services in English, Spanish, and all other types of languages. They provide interpretation as well upon request. So I encourage everyone listening to schedule an appointment with an FEC financial coach today by calling 916-808-4927, 916-808-4927, or email FEC for Financial Empowerment Center at cityofsacramento.org. And starting in October, the Sacramento Financial Empowerment Center will regularly conduct the credit and budgeting segment during our Learning Lab. Our Learning Lab, which, by the way, will happen this Saturday, September 30th. FEC won't be there this Saturday. They'll be there in October. But we are going to dive deeply into budgeting this Saturday. So we're going to have the worksheets there for you. If you're eager to learn about budgeting and get started on that path, we're here to hold your hand, walk you through it. Who does not want to change their financial snapshot for the better? Don't miss out on the SAC Club 100 Learning Lab this Saturday. Go to joinclub100.com, joinclub100.com. It's an all-day class where you're going to gain valuable insights about finances, mortgages, home ownership, grants, down payment assistance, and more. And there's a free lunch. And the lab is free every month, every last Saturday of every month. Go to joinclub100.com. Wow, so much information. That is my time. I hope this show has enlightened you on the art of smart money management and that you will join us again next week. To those who are online watching, thank you. We'll be back next week with more insights on Selling Sacramento, brought to you by Matthews & Company Realty Group. Remember, together we are stronger, better informed, and more equipped to face any challenge. Until next time, I'm wishing you strength, wellness, and love. And remember, if you are doing what you were created to do, I will see you at the top.